Al-Jahiz, the Boggle-Eyed, from the 18th of the 7th month of 1446. Al-Jahiz made good use of his being boggle-eyed. Hundreds of books represented his views on many different sides. Traditions from writing were no longer to hide. Differentiation is made between creatures, which is not just on the outside. Oil production and literature still in prominence abide. Children of that compiler, in fear, turned their gazes aside. The political culture still needs understood and corrected from the inside. Fables are often the best way to instruct or deride. Rationalism makes clear what may not be, what interpretation society in the end will say. And the children that turned away, well, those were the children that he was hired to teach. And his formal name is Abu Uthman Amr ibn Bahr al-Kinani al-Basri. And so he was known through his teaching stories. A lot of his over 200 books don't survive. He talked about language itself, about philosophy, about theology, political things, about the natural world. And 140 of his books are known by titles. According to Ibn al-Nadim, but there's over 200 attributed to him. The vast majority of things are lost. There's at least 75 texts of his that have, different things survive. Now, the way he and the Mutazilites argued the idea of the Quran being created, well, I understand why people took issue with it, the way it may have been phrased. But if they believe that it was the speech of God and therefore created, or a particular doctrine, the thing of it not being created, that happens much later. So if it didn't happen until 750 or so that people were starting to say that, it makes sense that it wouldn't have been something that the earlier generations believed. But of course, he was taking the rational approach, and he got along just fine doing that. And sometimes, as a master compiler of tradition, he would give different opinions that were given. Now, I don't know if there's anything about criticism as far as, well, he conflicted with himself, but he wrote a lot in an age where it wasn't common to write, and it was just starting to be the new thing that books were being written all over the place rather than just, the scriptures or the annals of kings. It was like people all over were writing.